Welcome to another edition of the 1430 Connection on your hometown station, 1430 WNAV. Today, we actually take the 1430 Connection live. We're coming to you from Jonas Green Park, where the Department of Natural Resources has held a press conference, and that press conference actually has to deal with crabs. So I have here with me none other than George Johnson. George, welcome to the program.
Barbara, thank you for having me. It's great being with you.
We know that you work with the Department of Natural Resources. Tell me your position with them, please.
I'm the superintendent of Maryland Natural Resources.
And this Thank you. I keep forgetting that. Okay, so now we are dealing with crabs here in the area. This press conference specifically talks about limitations when it comes to crabbing. Share with us a little bit of information as to why you called the press conference.
Well, obviously, our scientists have put us on notice that we're experiencing a lower than normal harvest of crabs this year. You're probably going to have to talk to the scientists from their perspective on things, but basically from Natural Resources Police perspective is that we work with them as far as enforcement of all the crab laws that are out there. And right now, in order to have an adequate threshold of the blue crab, we feel that the number they put is 70 million. We're at 69 million, so we're a little bit under. Nothing to panic about at this point, but to be concerned about. And so we are taking this press conference, taking advantage of this opportunity for this press conference to alert our commercial watermen and our recreational crabbers that we are using this opportunity to educate them and to put them on notice that we are going to be out and about and aggressively enforcing all the crabbing laws that exist on our waterways. And we want to give them a chance, obviously, to know that we're stepping our effort up and that we're seeking a 100% compliance from them.
Now, when it comes to these regulations, we know in order to be out there crabbing, they already have to know them. So basically, your enforcement, how will it come? Will it come as just a little stop and say, hey, we want to check what it is you have here, or will it come as really hard enforcement?
It's going to be a little bit of both, actually. Our normal patrols will be out there, saturation patrols we call them, and they'll be looking out for and stopping and checking on people and to see if the size limits are adhered to and all the other crab laws are being adhered to. But we're also going to be stepping up nighttime surveillance, early morning surveillance. We have our M-Line initiative that we brought on early last year, which is the Maritime Law Enforcement Information Network, which is a series of cameras and radars that we use for homeland security purposes, but we also are able to use them for conservation purposes, for enforcement purposes. So not only can we have eyes on with our officers in the boat, but we have eyes on from cameras that are situated in strategic locations up and down the Chesapeake Bay.
So now this year we've got limitations that are in place. When you think of the limitations based on the numbers, how did we rate last year? Did you have to do a lot of enforcement last year where were commercial fishermen compliant?
It's a situation where we have to be out there continuously and to ensure that compliance is there. Just like anything else, when they don't see us around, there's always that temptation to do something that they shouldn't be doing. And so we're going to try to do everything to create this omnipresence that's out there. And this M-Line is going to help us with that. Our officers focusing on that are going to be out there. But we have to do everything within our power to protect Maryland's blue crab. It's what we all are known for and what we all love. So, I know I want to be eating crabs for a long time to come, and I want my children to be able to enjoy them. We need generations to come to be able to enjoy them, and we have to do these type of enforcement efforts to make sure that happens.
Now, I know for today, I'm looking at this flyer that was actually placed, and it says, "Don't get pinched." The Maryland Natural Resources Police are cracking down on violators and aggressively targeting crabbing violations that could deal with sizes, females, possession limits, the time of day, crab pot registration. Will there be any of these posters posted anywhere that recreational fishermen will be able to see, just in case they're not aware of the limitations that are out there?
Yes, we're going to try to get out in the areas where launching of boats are taking place, where they have to, obviously, the recreational boater normally launches their boats from. We have a reserve officer program that we frequently rely on that will be out there and having these flyers and trying to help remind our recreational fishermen at that point. Our commercial fishermen, they know what the rules are. They're out there every day, and so we're going to hold them to the knowledge that they already possess.
So, crabs today, crabs tomorrow means adherence to the laws. Thank you for sitting with me. We'll be back with another segment of the 1430 Connection on your hometown station, 1430 WNAV.